Hello and welcome to Frank's School, 77th day, 3rd year. I'm doing the Advent calendar of hymns and carols. And today the one I want to use is, the tune is named Vigil, but Rejoice All Ye Believers. Sometimes you'll see it translated Rejoice, Rejoice, Believers. And it's not terribly widely known, I don't think, in the United States. And actually this text is put to a different tune from the one that is my preference, from the one that is in this hymnal. Here's the name of the tune, and it's a Swedish folk melody. Now, I think I might have said this before. When I was raised as a Lutheran, it was the Augustana Lutheran Church, and that was very heavily influenced by Sweden. And I think that this hymnal was heavily influenced by Swedish music. But the hymn itself, or the hymn, and it says you're supposed to sing it brightly, which is one of the reasons I chose this particular tune. Well, also it's the one that's in that hymnal. The hymn was German. This is a translation. It was written by Laurentius Laurenti. This would translate into English Lawrence of Lawrence. Well, his real name and a real German name was Lorenzen, and he came from Schleswig, which is north of Hamburg. It's almost in Denmark, and that maybe is explaining why that en, like Lawrence son, Lawrence's son. He was born in that year, and then he died in Bremen, 1722. I wanted to point out that that's so close to where my German friends, the Hocklings, live. And it was north and it was south. It was right in that area. And I'll have more to say about that in a moment. Sarah Borthwick Fentlater, I guess that's the way you say her name, she and her sister translated hymns from German. And when she came back to England, she published a book called Hymns from the Land of Luther. Now that got me thinking. Yesterday I was talking about Catherine Winkworth, and that she had lived in Germany for a while and come back to England and then translated all these wonderful German chorales. And I was thinking, what was going on? And then I thought, well, of course, it's the Hanoverian dynasty. England and Germany, from about 1750 to the present, have been very, very united. George I married or became king of England, and then there was George II and George III and and there's an interesting story about George Frederick Handel, who had got permission to go to London from the king, but then didn't go back, and then to his embarrassment, the king of Hanover became the king of England, and supposedly he could have been in deep trouble, but supposedly, according to the story, his composition, the water music, so delighted King George I that he forgave Handel. But anyway, sure, there was a very, very close connection. Now, come along World War I and World War II, well, then that changed dramatically. But if we go back, World War I was, 1912? Before that, all through the 1800s, it makes sense. Well, anyway, here's the first stanza: "Rejoice, all ye believers, rejoice, all ye believers." It's the same as that one before. If we skip across here, like there's an empty spot, and let your lights appear. That's why there's 7676. Then we've got 4, really 8, 6, if we allow for that, and that's what happens in the music. The evening is advancing, and you have to contract that, and darker night is near. And the rhyme scheme A, B, A, B, C, B. It's common verse, really. The bridegroom is arising, and soon he draweth nigh. Up, pray, pray, and watch and wrestle. At midnight comes the cry. Yeah, it's in Common Verse. Oh, and by the way, I'll give you the link in the description of where you can hear it performed. I had some trouble finding it on YouTube, and the ad hoc choir didn't know it, so I skipped across it. They liked it, but they didn't know it, so I skipped across it. But I did find a congregation in Illinois. Well, I'll show that is singing it in church. It's a chancel choir, I think. Now, here's the sentence that I'm going to diagram. It's a very easy sentence. Whoops. And soon he draweth. I did want to point this out. He draweth. There is archaic third person singular. He draws, we would say in modern English, but this is archaic language. He draweth. Just like I pointed out the ST for second person. Up, pray, and watch, and wrestle. Well, it's short enough, and it's a command to do 4 things. Here's the way I would diagram it. It would be it's a command, so it's understood. This is even understood. Get up. Up. Get yourself up, or get up. All right, do that. Pray. And once again, this is a command. And watch. Now the up, pray, watch. Now we've got the conjunction, so here we don't have it. Here we have and. Once again, a command, watch, and wrestle. Now that word wrestle is odd. What do you mean wrestle? Well, that doesn't make sense. Well, it's a little odd in German too, but the word is kämpf, it's kämpf. Kämpf. It means to struggle. It means a whole bunch of things. And I want to put the German on here as a second shot. So anyway, there's a sentence. Up, pray, and watch, and wrestle. You do all these things. This is imperative mode. Second shot, I want to show you the German. Here we go again with the second shot. Muntert euch ihr Frommen. Well, munter is happy or excited or feisty. I like that that translation, feisty. This word has personal meaning to me because I so often chat with my German friend, and since the hours are six hours different, she's tired, but and needs to go to bed. She's sleepy, but then she'll say she's munter. She's munter again. She wakes up because of our chat. Euch and ihr. These are second person plural. That's difficult for me. Well, not so much now, but in German, you see, it's not enough to just say you. It's got to be, what do you mean, you singular or you plural, like yuns. So get feisty yourselves. You, frommen is spiritual, religious, godly. Seid eurer, I hope that's right, Lampen shine. Show your lamp shine. Show your light. Der Abend ist gekommen. The evening is come. Now, in German, in English, we would say the evening has come or has arrived. But in German, you've got a choice. Sometimes it's something has happened or something is happened. That's tricky. But we still could say in English, the evening is come. It's archaic, it's old-fashioned, but it's one of those things about how wonderful German is. Die finstere Nacht bricht an. That's spelled in an old-fashioned way, but it means the dark. I don't know if there's an English word like that that means dark. Night breaks on, it breaks forth. Now, when I translated this on Google, it said it collapses. But that's not what it means. It means it's breaking this is breaking and that is like at. Es hat sich aufgemachet. It has itself opened. I'm puzzled at that T. Well, I guess that's right. It has itself opened. I think it's a way of saying that the night has begun. Der Bräutigam mit Pracht. No, wait a minute. No, the bridegroom has shown up. It's open that the bridegroom, Braut is bride, Bräutigam is bridegroom with a glory or splendor. Auf, betet, kämpf und wachet. Up, pray, betet, kämpft. This would be related probably to our English word bid. If you bid somebody do something for you, you are asking them. And in German, we say ask for ask a question or ask for a favor. In German, there are two separate words. Kämpf, that's that word that means fight or struggle or wrestle. Mein Kampf is Hitler's book. That translates my struggle. Und wachet and wake. Now these are second person endings, plural. Again, tricky. Tricky for. Whoops, there goes the pump. Soon is the midnight. Soon is the midnight. Sorry about the pump. I'll close it off now. See you tomorrow.